Hello everybody and welcome. This video is going to be a little bit different. I am on a live stream right now, so we're going to be recording this little intro to get this video started. I'm working on a brand new video for you. This is going to explain to you how the internet sort of works. I am filming this a little bit separate from that. I did talk about in the video that I was going to explain traceroute. I decided to put that in a whole new video, so if you want to see that, look out for it in the description below. As soon as that video is up, I'll edit this video to add it there. But yeah, this is going to teach you a little bit about the internet. Hopefully it will explain to you why you can connect to certain games while you can't connect to other games, or you can connect to Netflix but not Steam. It'll also explain a little bit on why I get redirected to a different server, what are hops, all that should be covered here on this video. Hope you enjoy. First thing that I would like to call out is, yes, the internet does have physical cables. It does go across the ocean. This little image here I pulled from the internet. It actually contains some. I don't believe these are all the cables that can be found under the ocean, and these cables are sometimes exposed. There has been cases of submarines cutting the cable by accident, or a shark getting involved or something, but they do exist and they do cause problems, and somebody needs to go and repair them. But that's a little bit too much information on that map, so let's go ahead and simplify it into this little map here, right? So let's say you're the orc down here in the green little flight path is what they're called in World of Warcraft. Let's say that's where you live. You're connected right there. That's where your modem is. Your physical location is right there. As you can see, there's a spider web of network, which is internet. And this could be across the world, or this could be just within your state, but they all look like this to a certain scale, right? Let's say we look at the server to World of Warcraft, right? Let's say it's located right over here, up here. So that's the physical hardware for the World of Warcraft server. So let's say you want to connect to the server. Wouldn't it be great if you just sent that package of information to the server in a straight line, just like this? That would be amazing. I know I would be happy with it. Unfortunately, that's not how the internet works. For you to get your package that you need to send to that server from your house, you actually need to follow some kind of path, and the path is usually decided by where what we call hops are. They're physical locations where internet traffic gets directed and then redirected. Sort of like when you send a package to another country and it has to go through different places before it gets there, or when you're traveling and you have to get to a faraway place and you have to do connections. That your package needs to do the same thing. So as you can see, your package will try to find the closest or fastest route. Sometimes the fastest is not the closest. Sometimes the connection is just better through another path, for many reasons. But that's how the server, how your package will get to the server and also work its way back. Again, the way back not always to the same place. If the way back has a better speed through a different path, they'll try to do that, and all this is done very, very quick. Okay, and now let's add other servers. Let's say Diablo is here on the right side, Overwatch up on north, but it also has another server right next to you, actually. Some games do have that, multiple servers that you can connect to, and it most of the times is flawless. It just redirects you in case one has problems. And the map will look sort of like this. Each game physically in one place. Obviously, I'm using all Blizzard games. Some of these games might just be in the same server, but let's say you're looking at League of Legends instead of Diablo. you know, the Steam servers instead of the Overwatch servers there. But yeah, I actually already added a little red shoe right here, a little red spot, and that's symbolizing that that specific hop is having an issue. Now, if you look at it, if I'm playing World of Warcraft, that's fine. You can have a problem right there, and your connection will still be green light, and it will still be working perfectly well, or you know, not having major issues. But what happens if you actually have to connect to Overwatch? If you're trying to connect to Overwatch, that's going to be a problem. You see that you cannot get to the Overwatch server in any way, in any other way, except going through that one specific hop where it's having an issue. Now, like I mentioned, some servers have two different servers. So what happens when a situation like this occurs is you get redirected to the other one. So you might be playing, and then maybe next match it pushes you to a different server, maybe a server that's further away from you. You'll feel that MS increase, but at least you're not getting disconnected. And servers will do this to you just to help out. And then that's when you get that, oh, you know, what's going on? Why is my ping much larger? This is what's happening. So you can see it's connecting you to another Overwatch server while keeping the one that's having a problem not on the. And again, if you're having problem only there, all your other games are going to connect perfectly fine, which is why people will get that, oh, but I can connect to this, but I can't connect to that. It's only you, the problem is your server. Not necessarily. I'm not saying that it is the server's fault, and I'll explain that part a little bit later when we're talking about traceroute, but this is the idea, right? Okay, let's go back to World of Warcraft, right? Let's say in the middle of that beautiful green path, you get a problem. Now you have a situation where you can't connect it to that server in a different location, right? It's the only server, but you really want to play WoW, you know, and as you can see, that will probably get in the way if you're trying to connect to the further Overwatch server, which it wouldn't happen. You would probably just get rerouted to the closest server, which would be a little bit faster. But this is what it will look like, and now you're going to have problems with WoW. So what happens when you're having... Well, it just reroutes you through a different location, and unfortunately, sometimes that just makes the MS go up a little bit, but it'll still try to get you to where it needs to be. Unfortunately, sometimes this rerouting needs to be done by the ISP, so you got to call them. You got to let them know where the problem is, and we'll talk about traceroute, so you can have that information when you're sending it in, or else you're just going to get somebody that's going to be trying to restart your modem. But anyways, this is what it'll look like if you went around. And by the way, if you're a World of Warcraft player, if you caught it, let me know in the comments. There's something about this image. Well, but what happens when something in what we call the choke point, right, where the internet needs to go through a certain location in order to get to other places? The problem is there. What happens when when the issue can't be avoided to anything? Well, you're not going to be able to connect to anything. It's going to be blocking you, and you're not going to have access to any server at all. And then again, might not be your ISPs. This still could be outside of your ISP's network, but they should be the ones that are able to do it. And again, we'll talk about it in a bit. Alright guys, that would do it. I hope that helped. Like I said, the traceroute information that I was talking about in the video, we're going to go ahead and make a separate video for that. If you want to watch it, follow the channel. You should get a notification as soon as it's up. If it's already up, the link will be in the description. Alright, I'll see you next time. Mephisto out.